Everyone, it's Sneb and welcome to another raid review. I'm looking at Team Exactness today. They are doing some progression on Wing 1. So this is Vale Guardian. This is the first boss in Wing 1. Typically, people will struggle with Vale Guardian because maybe they can't see a lot of the mechanics. That sounds really quite silly, but there's a lot of visual clutter in Guild Wars 2, and Vale Guardian is like peak visual clutter. Well, maybe Largos is a little bit worse, but let's take a look and see what we've got going on here. Squad ready. Everyone's stacking in this position. This is where most pug groups will go, and most statics, I would say, probably go here as well. This is just a safe spot. So the green hit and everyone is okay. Boom, right there. So if we notice, 2 people at least actually got teleported. Let's see if it happens again. So, and, oh, no, they got that one. A lot of the time, people really struggle with that because seeing those blues is a little bit difficult for people. Okay, here we go again. Blues. Okay, we had another 2 teleported. So let's pause for a second. What I would do in this case is, why are people getting teleported? I would ask the group that. Is it because they legitimately don't see the mechanic, or is it something else? If it's because they don't see it, there are some settings you can shift. What I would do is I would invite people to sort of change the way they look at the game. Notice how, as the tank here, you were looking at the entire arena. A lot of players, when they're playing DPS, they're looking at the boss, but not looking at what's going on behind them. If you can see when that green circle is about to hit, then you can actually heal up using your own heal skill before it hits you. That way the healers have an easier time burst healing after the thing hits. Because keep in mind, that green circle is 80% of your HP. It's good to skip it because that's sort of the strategy, but you need to be mindful of that. Again, bunch of people getting teleported. I would sit down with them and I'd go, why? Why are we getting teleported? What can we do? How can we fix this together? There is a strong correlation between teams that are successful and or fast and teams that do not get teleported. So it's a bit tricky. So we're going to see the green circle is about to pop. Boom, there it is. Okay. A little bit tricky there. So some people go down. This is a big moment. I think a lot of people don't realize that you can also use a channeled block to block those little blue things, like those little blue circles. So if you are a class that has a channel block, like Sword Hollow, who else has a block? You could swap to Staff if you're playing the Heralds. That's a big DPS loss, but it will work if you're struggling. I wouldn't be trying to res out there. That was kind of a waste. They're probably going to go down there. Yeah, now too. Bit of decision making there. That is a hard call though. If more people went out to res, that would have made sense. I think it's good. You're giving boons there. I like that. Seeker play is pretty good as well here. I noticed that right away. Seeker play is excellent. So people are controlling the Seekers, making sure they're not getting to the group very much. At least that's what I've seen so far. I'll check that again. Usually it's the last phase that gets people. So far, really the only issues that I'm seeing here are that, well, people are getting teleported a bit. And if that's the biggest issue, then, well, that's not too bad. People are doing pretty all right. If you stop people from getting teleported like that, eventually your runs will become a lot faster. So if I'm you, tanking there, I probably don't start in the middle. I just start where you are right now. I'm not sure why you were in the middle there. Maybe you just weren't really thinking about it too much, kind of going on autopilot, and that's fine. I would hope that no one gets teleported there. It looks like no one did. That's good. You're going to the correct position as well. You're keeping it sort of leading the boss forward. I would tell my team to actually go in that green there. When I'm in the last phase, if I just want to get the kill, I just go in the green. There's almost no reason not to, unless you're really speed running. And in that case, you'd be standing more in the middle. These aren't actually the best green spots either, though, so there's that. And that was a good call in not going after that one. Okay, really good job. I think this Vale Guardian was it was just fine, honestly. Looks like your composition is actually quite strong as well. I like that you're running double Herald. That's really powerful. I enjoy the Tempest thrown in there. Tempest is really fun. Just a suggestion, though, if someone can learn Druid, if you really want to speed things up, if someone can learn Druid, Druid is absolutely ridiculous when it comes to crowd control. So a lot of the break bars that you'll probably see later, you'll notice that Druid can just delete them, and you can even run Mesmer runes to delete them even faster. That said, completely unnecessary to change your comp. I think you're doing just fine. Big tips, though, are think about when those blues are hitting. Understand how they spawn. The blues spawn at the beginning on, I believe it's the 5 closest people, and then toward the end, it's the 10 closest people, so everybody. So if you realize that if you're all stacked really tight, this is something that a lot of folks struggle with, but if you're all stacking really tight, you'll do, all of them will spawn right on top of each other. This means that Aegis can't block them because it'll block one of them, but not all of them. This is why a channeled block can be quite good. But otherwise, what I would do if I was a DPS player is learn to shift your camera so that you're looking at the entire field. So you can see when the greens are going to hit. You can see when the seekers are coming. And you can also, I would also probably do more of a drop down and look at it at an angle so that you can focus on your feet, the blues. Anyways, that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully that helps you, Team Exactness, and we'll catch you later. Bye-bye.